Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about ExcelVBA. VBA stands for Visual Basic for Applications. So this is a programming language for Excel, and with the help of this programming language VBA, you will be able to automate many tasks, and also you'll be able to develop many useful applications that will be required in your daily life, in your office work. Okay, so in order to use VBA, first of all, you'll need a developer tab in the ribbon, which is not there at the moment. So what you can do is we'll click on this bottom ribbon, then customize the ribbon, and in the main tabs, you'll have to select this developer tab, and that should appear in the top ribbon now. So this is your developer tab, and that is essential for learning VBA and also for using VBA. Okay, so let us click on this developer tab, and we'll be focusing on these two tabs here. One is insert and another is design mode. So let us click on this insert mode first, and that will give you two types of controls. One is form controls and another is Activex Controls. And in the Activex Controls, you'll see there are many controls like command button and combo box, check box, list box, text box, and many other things like labels and everything. So since this is our first lesson on ExcelVBA, I'll start with a very simple demonstration, and let us choose one command button from here and draw it over here. Okay, and you can click on this button, and you'll see that this design mode is turned on. Okay, when the design mode is turned on, you'll see the handles around the command button. If the design mode is turned off, you'll see no handle around the command button. So to write our programming language or the code, we'll have to keep it turned on. And let us double click on this command button first, and that will pop up a window, and this is the Visual Basic Editor window. We call it VBE window. You can see here, this is Microsoft Visual Basic for Applications, and this is the name of your file that has been adopted automatically. And this is your window where you'll write the language or the code, okay, for doing any particular task. And once you have clicked on the command button, double clicked, so it has given you a structure of a subroutine. We call it sub procedure or subroutine. Starts with a sub and ends with end sub. Okay, and you'll write your code between these two lines. Okay, let me give you a very simple example first. I'm going to write first, and then I'll explain what it is doing. Okay, let us write cells 1 1 is equal to 10. Okay, and let us close this editor. Okay, and let us turn this design mode off and click on this command button and see what it does. See, it has written a value equal to 10 in the first top left cell. Okay, now this top left cell, earlier we used to know it, or we used to identify it as the intersection of the column name and the row number. So earlier we used to call this cell as A1. That is still correct, there is no problem with that. But when you are coding with Visual Basic application, we can also call it cell or cells. This is intersection of the first row and the first column. So it is the intersection of the row index and the column index. Okay, so cells 1 1 will mean the intersection of the cell in the first row and the first column. So that is cells 1 1. Okay, so first one is the row index, and the second one is the column index. Similarly, um, if we write any other number here, say 12, okay, so that will be, what will be the address of this one? That will be cells, the row index will be 2 and the column index will be 1. Okay, so this is cells 2 1 1 number. This number, this is 12. 12 is in the position of cells 2 1, or the address of this cell is cells 2 1. Okay, so while writing Visual Basic Code, you must understand how to address the cells. Instead of addressing as intersection of column and row, usually for writing codes, we address it as cells row index, comma, column index. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now let us delete this one and go back to this design mode and click on this command button again. And here let us write cells 2 1 is equal to 12. All right, close this window, turn the design mode off, and then click on this command button again. Let us clear all this data, okay, from column A or the first column, and click on this command button, and that should write a value of 10 in cells 1 1 and a value of 12 in cells 2 2. That is what you wrote here as your Visual Basic Code, that cells 1 1, the value of cells 1 1 is equal to 10 and the value of cells 2 1 is equal to 12. You could also write cells 1 1 value is equal to 10, then cells 2 1 value equal to 12. Okay, let us test it. Let us clear this data and turn the design mode off and click it again. See, it is still working. So you can write it as cells 1 1 equal to 10, or to be more specific, you can write it as cells 1 1 value is equal to 10. Okay, and 2 1 value is equal to 12. And similarly, you can write or fill in the other cells as say 20. Okay, so that is cells 2 1 value, or simply cells 2 1 is equal to 20. And get rid of this window, get rid of the design mode, and clear all the data from column A and try it again. And that's it. So it is filling. So now you are kind of interacting with the cells in your Excel worksheet using Visual Basic coding. That is very interesting. And also for doing that, you have used a graphical interface or a command button on your worksheet. So by clicking on this command button and using the Visual Basic code behind this command button, you're actually interacting with the cells in your worksheet, and that is very interesting, and that is a new domain for you, I believe, in Microsoft Excel. Okay, and let us go further. There are values in column A in cells 1 1, in cells 2 1, and in cells 3 1. So now if we want to do some mathematical manipulations here, so in column B, that is column index 2. Okay, so cells 1 2, cells 1 2 value okay, is equal to say 2 times the cells 1 1, sorry, cells 1 comma 1 value. Okay, let us put this simple, if you like to call it a formula. Okay, and get rid of this window, turn the design mode off, and now clear all this data from column A just for testing, and click on command button 1 and see what it has done. In the code you have added a new line of code actually, that is multiply this with 2 and put it in cells 1 2. Okay, just go back to this command button again and see cells 1 2 value. 1 is the row index and 2 is the column index, so that takes you to the second column or the column B, and this is cells 1 2, and the value of these cells 1 2, that is the first cell in column B, will be equal to what? Will be equal to 2 times the first value in column A, first cell value in column A, that is cells 1 1. Okay, I think this is self-explanatory, but I did the explanation for you because this is our first VBA application. Similarly, if you want to do it for other cells in column 2, so let us write column cells 2 2 value is equal to what? 2 1. Okay, and then in the third row of column 2, you want this to be multiplied from third row of column A. Close the window, get rid of this design mode, clear all the cells, and click on this command button again and see what it does. Very nice. So 10 has been multiplied by 2, 12 has been multiplied by 2, and 20 also has been multiplied by 2. That is the code you have written behind this command button. You see, just have a look at it, double click, just go through it yourself and you'll understand it, right? And I think we can make the fonts bigger here. So general, yeah, so let us make it bigger so that you can see it clearly, right? I hope now it is more easily visible to you. The few lines of codes for basic understanding of how ExcelVBA actually works. Okay, now we can go further. I mean, you can do any mathematical manipulations by doing this, right? And what else would you like to do? Okay, let us see if you can. Let us add another button, right? Let us add another command button here and call it command button 2. Okay, we'll call it command button 2, right? And clear all these data from here, and say we want to fill these cells on the basis of their color index. Okay, so we are going to write a few line of codes here now in the command button 2. Let us write cells 1 1. Okay, dot interior. So fill the interior of cell 1 1, that is cell A1 if you like, with a color index equal to say 3. Okay, I don't know what color index 3 is, but this line of code, it means that fill the cell 1 1, that is A1, the fill in the interior of cells 1 1 with a color index equal to 3. Okay, let's see what it does. Let's close it and turn this design mode off and click on this command button 2. Wow, so color index 3 means it is a red color, right? Okay, let's try with other cells. Go back to design mode, come here, and let us copy this formula now, paste it here. We don't have to write it every time. So cells 2 1 is equal to, I don't know, let's put it 5, and let's make more fun out of this. Cells 3 1 is equal to 7, right? And Let us give a space at the top so that it clearly stands out the opening sub-statement and end sub-statement. Right? Get rid of this window and let us clear all the previous fields. Okay, click on this command button. Wow, so this is color code 3, this is color code 5, and this is color code 7. Okay, so this is difficult to remember, isn't it? So let us do it in another way so that we also see the color code in column B. Okay, so let us go back to this developer tab, go to design mode, click on this button and let us write cells 1 2 is equal to 3. Okay, and then cells how much 2 2 is equal to 5, and write cells 3 2 is equal to 7. So that will make it appear on in the column B. Let us see if I have written the code correctly, it will work correctly. Turn off, get rid of all the fields, so make it no field, and test it now again. So command button 2. Wow, so that is showing the color index, the corresponding color index in column B. So this is the color, this is the color index, this is blue color, and the color index is 5. So these are all built in Microsoft Excel, and especially in ExcelVBA. So that is a piece of cake, right? Now let us go. Would you like to go further today? Okay, let me go further. Right, I'm going to delete everything. Okay, and let us go to this developer tab, go to the design mode, and let us clear everything from the command button. I removed all the codes from the command button 2, and here I am going to write some numbers, right? Say 10, okay, and 12, and say 20. Okay, now I am going to write some lines of codes now, that if, okay, if cells 1 1 value is, or cells 1 1, let's keep it simple, cells 1 1 is greater than 10, then do what? Let us put a tab so that we can see it clearly. Cells 1 1, okay, dot interior dot color index is equal to 3, and if. Okay, so this is a typical structure of if statement in ExcelVBA. If, and this is your criteria or the condition, if the value in this cell is greater than 10, then you are telling the ExcelVBA to do what? To fill in the interior of this cell with a color index equal to 3. Okay, let us see what it does. If it is greater than 10, only then it will fill with a color index 3. Right, so let's go back to the worksheet, turn the design mode off, and then click on this command button. Okay, it has done nothing. Okay, fine, let us change this value now to 12. Okay, and then try it again. See, now it has highlighted this cell with red color, because the value of A1 cell or A1 cell is more than 10. But if it is less than 10, let us clear the fill color first, then if you press this command button, it will not fill it with any color, or it will not highlight it. But once you make it more than 10, say 11, or even say 10.5, okay, and click on this command button, it should highlight the cell. So that is beauty of Excel VBA. You can, on the basis of your conditions or your criteria, and once that criteria or those criteria, multiple criteria are met, only then you can highlight the cells as per your desire. Okay, so you'll be in full control of your task, your project, and you should not be bogged down. You don't have to worry about too much of functions, formulas, and all those things. You can control the values in your worksheet with Excel VBA coding. I think this is enough for today as first VBA lesson, and very soon I'll come up with some more advanced features of Excel VBA programming. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching this.